Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play ELEX, possibly for the final time, although honestly I have no idea how much game there is left. For all I know, this could be the shortest episode yet, or this could be a very long episode, or maybe it's only the first of a couple of final episodes, because there is a lot more endgame left. It really could be anything. Now to quickly sum up where we are, according to what I understand. Well, let's take a look at quests, I suppose. We ignore these. Basically, well, I don't know about this one, that's just weird. This one I considered done, so yeah, Ignorant is done. We pretty much unexpectedly got this one pretty late in the game. We learned that Nasty is apparently terminally ill and somehow unwilling to accept the possibility of being saved. I mean, I really don't know what that has to do with anything, but it looks like we're going to find out soon enough because she's there. And because she's there, that leads me to believe that possibly all our companions are going to be in this area, waiting for the, final assault on the Ice Palace. We'll see. And then, of course, we have the Battle of Zekor, where we're supposed to just kill a bunch of random elf troops, and the Lair of the Beast itself. Right. To face the hybrid, and to possibly, I guess we'll have some kind of decision to make. Where is it? There, to try and use Thorald's Seedling on the hybrid to transmute all the ELEX within him and changing him. Or, well, we'll see. But yeah, to basically sum up. We learned a lot of things that were left unclear for the majority of the game. I mean, we know basically the entire backstory of Infinite Skies and their plan to save at least part of the population of Magalan from the impact, which ended up not being necessary at all because, I mean, while many people may have died, very obviously humanity as a whole survived and is, if not thriving, then they're doing all right, all things considered. I mean, apart from the usual infighting that humans just can't get rid of, apparently. We learned about, we learned about Dr. Dawson, who learned about the comet and the impending doom. And he, I don't know, did he found Infinite Skies and the project to evacuate, or, well, something like that. It's not important. He was the lead scientist until they had a falling out. He was forced to take up his own his own set of actions because he saw that the spaceship plan would not end up working, and he was right. They never launched. And instead of saving a select group of people of his own choosing, he ended up only saving himself, putting himself into stasis in some kind of capsule or something, and being changed by the ELEX in the process, which turned him into the hybrid. Meanwhile, his Infinite Skies colleagues, who had the plan to combine saving a couple of people with, performing some kind of, controlled evolution, improvement of humankind by selecting the best, most able, specimens to, to carry on the legacy of the human race or something. Well, that ended up being a failure, but those who remained and survived the impact, I guess, became the first clerics, and somehow, for whatever reason, turned then their spaceship named Kalan into a deity to control the people. Yeah, I don't really fully understand that part, but I'm pretty sure that's all we are going to learn about that. There are basically two big questions left, and I promise I'm almost done talking here. Two big questions. So, first of all, we want to finally find out what the hybrid's plan is, right? What is he collecting all the ELEX for? He's basically using the elves to collect all the ELEX. I mean, he has been until we shut down his converters. So, we definitely want to learn what his plan is. If it's actually, I don't know, is it gonna be some kind of selfish desire to turn into the ultimate being and become the ultimate ruler of everyone? Or is there something more to it? Does he actually have some grand vision that may even be in some way to everyone's benefit. I don't know. I kind of doubt it, and even if that's the case, he's definitely chosen the wrong means to that end, right? I mean, killing people, suppressing people, using people, and deceiving them to his own, to serve his own agenda. It's definitely the wrong way to handle anything. But I'm at least interested in hearing his side of the story, basically. And then, of course, there's the big question: what even is ELEX? The substance ELEX? Was it sent to Magellan by someone, or is it actually sentient and capable of making its own decisions and deciding to travel to a planet to infect it or inject itself into it and maybe influence the ecosystem and its inhabitants in a particular way? Maybe who knows? Maybe both of those questions may be related, because the ELEX ultimately changed Dr. Dawson into the hybrid, and maybe it's really the ELEX making all the decisions and working towards some ultimate goal, right? So maybe it's really all about the ELEX. I mean, it would make sense. It's in the name of the game anyway. So yeah, we'll see. That being said, let's just head on over up to Zekor. I guess this is the closest teleport, and we'll see how things play out. Because technically I could already start killing some of those enemies required for the one quest, but there probably will be plenty of enemies inside the Ice Palace. It's one of the reasons I really hope I'm gonna be able to pick up at least one of my companions again. Because fighting by myself is just... I mean, it's kind of fun in a way, but it's also really annoying in many other ways. Okay, thanks for completely missing me. Ice Peak interfering, because that's what these critters like to do. Okay, no idea how that worked, but it did. Alright, Gator's pretty dumb. Good for me. There we go. Oh, okay. Thanks for waiting and missing me completely. I mean, do I need to kill all these enemies? Not really. But I might as well. Oh, a drone. Okay. No big deal. Yeah, there are a bunch of people. Although, if that's the entire army waiting to invade Zekor, or storm the Ice Palace, that's not a whole lot of people. And there are a lot of elves right outside. Okay, we got the Berserkers, of course. We got the Separatists. Oh, and the Outlaws, of course. The Clerics did not join. You're my people. Nice. Okay.
Not now. You should deal with the things you have to do.
Really? Is everyone gonna have a special line here?
Not now.
Oh, just the usual. Don't annoy me.
Not now.
Yeah, okay.
Analyzing conversational parameters. Analysis complete. I have nothing to say.
Fair enough.
Not now. You should go and do...
Gotcha.
Not now.
You have things to consider. Okay. Well then, Thorald, I guess? Did I talk to you? Did I talk to someone else? Oh,
There you are.
Logan
We
is
are
actually there in
If you are
person.
ready, then we can leave immediately.
And so you are going to work with Nasty? Will you fight alongside the clerics?
It is the only way we stand a chance against the Alp defenses. They have realized that by now, as we have all realized that this all depends on you now. If you have anything to take care of before the attack, you must do it now. We stand ready for the order to attack.
Pretty sure... What? I met with Calyx. Why is that important now?
I met with Calyx.
And? Did you find what you were looking for?
No,
Not really, no.
but I now understand my brother's true nature.
Truth. It always brings its own burden.
Okay. Yeah, nice talking about that. Let's say I'm ready. I mean, as far as I'm aware, I took care of the last couple of remaining secrets. You know, other than the big story revelations that still await us, hopefully. So
I'm ready. Let us commence the attack.
So be it. This is the moment of truth. Every man ready? Well then, attack!
all right. Are you guys gonna attack too? Yes. Holy crap! Oh god, the slowdown is real. Oof. My PC was not made for this. Oh crap. Why am I... What is the logic here? Why am I locked onto that faraway elf soldier? No one knows. Okay, then, let's take out the Colossi. Holy crap, someone or something sent that Colossus flying. I did not realize this Comet Road was right next to me. Commander. Get wrecked. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Is everyone else doing alright? Well, looks like it. Red dots on the radar are quickly disappearing. Like, really quickly. Hello. Sir? Oh, that's Hashtag. I thought for a second that was an Alp commander. Okay. Oh, there is a robot left. Are you kidding me? Why is it only shooting at me? I'm dealing so much damage. That's unfair. Roll away. Someone please help me. Thank you.
Hey, you. Listen,
Is this the right time?
The medicine?
Yeah, so I just wanted to tell you.
It worked.
You now feel better because it works, and you're eternally grateful?
Full of yourself, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you going to stop gloating and tell me what comes next?
Gather the free people, defeat the Alps, and free Magalan.
And you want me along? Ready for the fight?
I mean,
Let's
the
get
fight
on
is...
with it.
Or at least... the first fight is already over, but sure. Where is everyone? Okay. Gathered there. How many of us made it? Okay. Logan's still standing. Are you guys leaving? Are you done? I mean, I guess you are, in a way? Hold on. Follow me?
Follow me.
Okay.
Okay.
Not good. Not good at all.
Maybe my companions are just leaving. Walking back to whatchamacallit, Origin. Good thing I called Kaya before she could leave. Or maybe the game expects me to actually go with Nasty. Okay. I guess she's back to being just a normal... just a normal companion. Okay, well that was chaotic, but over surprisingly fast. Wait. Oh, there we go. Why am I so confused? I don't know. Lair of the Beast. Okay, that's the only one that's left. Meanwhile, the quest progress is still scrolling by. Because, well, the interface clearly was not made for this situation, but it kind of works. Okay. The hybrid. The hybrid's chamber, anyway. So all the way back there. Fair enough. So the outlaws are standing here. I guess we can talk to Logan, maybe?
Damn it, what's wrong with you?
What is wrong
You
with me?
almost missed all the fun here.
Excuse me? I was in the middle of
Hear
it.
the attack order?
The cleric Conrad is still alive.
Uh,
Why should I
Conrad?
help you and the damn
Oh, wait.
clerics? If you think that's happening, you've lost your mind.
If that's so, then why are you here?
To watch the elves put you lot down.
but you did join the
Cold as
fight.
Death here. I don't understand how the elves have lasted so long in this place. Maybe the cold for so long is why the elf defenses gave way. Maybe it was too cold even for that bunch of bastards.
The destruction of the Alb defenses was nothing to do with you, that's for sure.
No, it was just a gift the world has given to me. Well, that was a good show, but I'd better go before I freeze to death.
Sure. Good riddance. But I mean, they did draw their weapons eventually and shoot, probably just by coincidence. Guess the enemies happened to be close enough. Whatever. Let's see here. Okay. Some berserkers did survive, and some separatists. I don't know how many of them may have died. I guess there's a dead separatist. Definitely seems like the elves took quite the crushing defeat there.
Alexander Tarek has sent most of his troops into battle. The Ice Palace is now vulnerable.
He underestimated us.
Indeed. But whatever our fortune, we're not in the Ice Palace yet. The defensive line has been destroyed. Alexander Tarek has lost the battle. But it will take many years to heal the wounds that the hybrid dealt to our people.
You fought to the very end. I didn't expect you to do that.
There were many victims in this war. We have to start rebuilding now. That is our job. For you have another to take care of. The hybrid has lost the majority of his army. But he still lives. And he is ELEX. You have to stop him before it's too late.
I could
That's the
use your
plan.
help in the Ice Palace.
None of our people have been able to withstand the hybrid's control. He inflicts pain on all those who attempt to get close to him. You have broken free from his control. Perhaps you can stand against him.
Well,
Good
if I
luck to
can't,
you.
this is gonna be a short
We all
ending.
need you to succeed. I am confident you will succeed.
Confidence.
I have such a feeling
Very
too.
emotional quality for an Alb.
Yes. We will have to adapt if we want to survive.
Well, thanks for your help. That's the wrong direction though, if you're planning to go home. Sastak? Okay, never mind. Now where's Thorold? Oh, up there?
That's it. The Alps' defenses have been destroyed. But our work is far from complete. You must take on the next task. You must inject mana into the hybrid.
Yeah, I
It's
suppose that's still the
only way
plan,
he
isn't
can
it?
be stopped. The fate of Magalan is on your shoulders. Go, change the future.
Okay. Let's drink a potion. Actually, you know what? You know what? I think it's finally time. Healing potion. Wait. Mighty healing potion. 33? Is that gonna be enough? Completely heals all wounds. Wait. Large healing potions. 37. 160 versus 80? Yeah, I mean that's... You know what? Let's just casually drink one of these. Of course, that was exactly what I had planned. Let's use these mighty healing potions. I mean, if there was ever a time to use those, it certainly is now. I'm not going to use magic at all, but yeah, let's just stick to what we're used to and stick people with a sword. Hello? What?
You're
No
alive.
way, man.
Yeah. I guess I just couldn't leave you. You're just that charismatic.
Right.
All right. Maybe I just didn't want to leave you or the glory. But what do you think? You can name us joint saviors of Magalan, yeah?
Well, I mean, I guess I'm glad you somehow survived this. I'm not really sure how, but yeah, thanks. It was really unnecessary, though. Oh, man. Okay, let's take a look. Quick look around here. Well, I mean, down there is definitely death. Or is it? I have to try. Technically, I should be able to survive, right? Oh, it's death. Okay, it's frosty death.
I'm back with you. Go on.
And since there's no way to climb up... Well... Okay, at least it's not just some random instant death after dropping a certain distance. But it's just too cold to survive. I guess that makes sense. Okay. Stop fooling around and actually head for our destination. Who's that? Uh-oh, who are those people? Hello? Wait, are you friendly? Are you separatists? You are. What exactly are you doing here? Why is there random scrap lying around?
The survival of our people.
Okay.
Sorry, you should talk to someone
The
else. I can't
survival.
help you right
Yeah, okay, I don't understand why they're there, but I'm sure they have their reasons. There's the teleporter. There are more people. There's that tiny Roomba we've seen in many flashbacks. Okay. There are enemies in here, that makes sense. It's not entirely unexpected, anyway. You are hostile, right? Why wouldn't they be? Except they seem weirdly non-aggressive. Not sure if that's just the regular wonkiness of the game, of the AI. Are you gonna attack me? What's going on here? I'm confused. Also, Kaya waits outside? Is that right?
I've got a bad feeling about this place.
I mean,
I'll wait here for you.
who wouldn't have a bad feeling about this place? Why are these combat robots not attacking me? I guess probably because the hybrid is expecting me? Obviously he must be aware of my coming at this point. Okay. I'm just looking around here a bit. Well, I'm pretty sure there really isn't anything to find. Hello.
Jax, you have betrayed your comrades. And it seems even now, you have not returned to serve the directive.
My own kind betrayed me.
You truly are misguided.
No, I have learned the truth. The choices the Albs have made will destroy them. You must change the destiny of our people.
Our destiny is set.
You say our, but you're talking about the hybrid's plans.
Our people pledged our destiny to the hybrid.
Yeah, but why
We were
though?
lost, and he gave us purpose. The directive will bring all of us to the next stage of evolution. The free people will be left behind as we ascend to the next level. ELEX is evolution, and we are the people who shall make that leap.
Okay, I mean that sounds all nice and dandy, and honestly the free people couldn't care less if the Alps achieved that level of evolution and did their own thing, if only they left everyone else alone, which they seem unwilling or unable to. But does anyone actually know what achieving the next level of evolution means in practice? Because I have a feeling that they don't. Nothing but a slave of the hybrid. I mean, yeah, it seems that way, for sure.
You are nothing but a slave of the hybrid.
Spoken like one of the free people. You
Well,
have lost
because
your way, Jax.
I suppose I am one of them.
Our people committed ourselves to this cause. You cannot expect us to step back. Now we are on the edge of achieving all that we have fought for. The hybrid will soon complete his work, and our people will seize the rewards promised to us.
Sure, you keep believing that. I was betrayed by someone here in the Ice Palace, but haven't we basically confirmed that it was Zardam?
I was betrayed by someone here in the Ice Palace.
The directive does not allow for betrayal.
The attack on my raider, my execution. It was all planned before I left the Ice Palace. Now, You will tell me why.
You blame your failures on others.
Um,
Even your
hardly.
own father recognized that weakness in you. He feared that you were not ready for the role you had. That you would bring only danger to your people.
Wardic said that?
Yeah, speaking of
Wardic
Wardic.
was ever a faithful servant of the hybrid. He would not let family bonds undermine his commitment to the hybrid and the directive. He was shamed by your weakness, and his shame at your failures that drove him from the Ice Palace. You destroyed his future, and left him with the choice of suicide, or exile with the Separatists. Since then, it is clear to me that he has given up ELEX, and fallen into the madness of emotions.
This is guesswork.
It is something I should have seen earlier. Before he left, he called you a bastard. Perhaps he was succumbing to emotion even then.
Well, that's not a new mission at this point. What? I mean, it definitely seemed completely different when I talked to Wardic. He seemed to be fine. I mean, he's missing now. I was kind of half expecting to find him here, actually still very much a member of the Alps, but I guess he really did leave. And yeah, I don't know, maybe he learned of Calix's death and I don't know, went into exile away from even the Separatists to, I don't know, make up his mind about things.
Who benefited from my execution?
I ordered your personal effects disposed of shortly after your crash. Your father took them. Calix took the role of Alexator. A role that should have been your destiny if you hadn't failed. But that is irrelevant. The worthy are promoted when the weak fall.
We will see who's weak, Tarek. I will learn the truth when I speak to the hybrid.
You think the hybrid will speak to you? You betrayed the directive. You brought our enemies to our gates. He will never allow you an audience.
He has no choice.
The shot to your head may not have killed you, but it has obviously damaged your brain. You lost the focus and strength that are the gifts of the Alps.
I no longer follow the directive. I am no slave to the hybrid.
If you think you can face the hybrid and live, you are mistaken. Death will prove you wrong.
Okay.
The strong will prevail.
Yeah.
The Alps will evolve. That is Magellan's future.
We'll see about that.
A weapon's gonna get you in trouble.
He was gonna attack me, right? Okay, he's one of the tough guys. No! What? No. Nope. Get staggered already, man. Okay. Potion. Still a duel between just the two of us, right? All those robots are not actually interfering. Come on, can I not? Why can I not? Okay. So the third time in a row that I tried using my finishing blow and it somehow didn't work. I don't know. Weird. I won anyway. I guess I can keep quaffing these super healing potions, because why not? Whose throne actually is this? Was this the throne of the highest Alexator before the hybrid took over, who is obviously a little bit too large to actually sit here? Who knows? Yeah, that's all very mysterious still. I mean, I guess Tarek is dead, which is probably a good thing. A danger for the people. Wardic's recordings, what? I want to be certain who orchestrated the attack on my radar and the execution that followed. If I'm lucky, I will find some clues amongst my personal things in the Ice Palace. Huh. Okay. Oh, they're all up there. Interesting. Well then, keep going ahead, I suppose. It's only the way forward.
You are here.
Oh, is that the hybrid finally talking to me? I have been wondering why he never really spoke for himself, but only ever had someone else convey his will. Heck? Okay, 15 seconds. Wow, that's not a whole lot. Hold on. Smaller than... this could be anything. Nope. Oh, okay. That was lucky. Strong ELEX drink. Eh. Alright, I also leveled up at some point during that large battle. Let's see here. 20 points, wow. I guess I leveled up multiple times. Could raise strength twice. Or get to 70 con. Sure, why not? If there is gonna be some kind of big final fight, then having some more health might be useful. Okay, seems to be only one path forward. Okay, we're approaching those recordings.
I see you, Jax.
That was not the line that the subtitle said, but okay. Nuggets, I mean, thanks, I guess. Let's start with the first recording. What's that? Commander's armor. What? Wait. Am I supposed to give up my super armor that I worked so hard to earn?
Despite the expectations of some, my sons have grown to become exceptionally strong. Whether this is the warrior gene or the fighting spirit of the berserkers, I do not know. But if this becomes widely known, I will have no way back. My fate will be sealed. If it is their berserker heritage, that isn't helping in their struggle to keep their will. It is clear to me that I have lost both of them to the hybrid. The hybrid's control of them is complete, and they will soon take my place. But what if their past is discovered? No impure can join the chosen. Their impurity may lead to my execution if it is discovered. Tarek is beginning to grow suspicious. He will use this to destroy me. Now only the death of my sons can save me.
Seriously? He was only trying to save himself? Is that what this is?
I just learned that Jax is to be sent in search of Thorald the Pilgrim. Jax will be more vulnerable once he is outside the Ice Palace. If the hybrid is to be stopped, then it is time to act. I have asked Zardon to come to the meeting point. He will ensure that things are taken care of from there. Everything will have to move quickly now if I am not to miss this chance to stop him.
Okay, wait, so Warnick was trying to find a way to stop the hybrid? But also trying to save his own life by getting rid of both of his, well, quote-unquote sons, his adopted sons? That he was supposedly so proud of? Huh? I mean, I guess those two things don't necessarily exclude each other, but they also don't really seem to be connected at all.
Jax is alive. I have heard many reports that confirm this. It is more than just rumor. Tarek must not have heard this news, or he would have acted against me. Calyx must have failed his mission to execute his brother. But he remains the best option I have to eliminate Jax before he can return to the hybrid. I will have to bring them together, so that Calyx can finish his task. With luck, neither of them will return, and I will be free from the past.
Free to do what exactly? Also, he wanted to prevent me specifically from reaching the hybrid?
My plan failed. Jax cannot be found. But all the reports suggest Jax is now fighting alongside the Free People. He has acted against the directive. Against Zakor. I will have to leave the Ice Palace and find him before Tarek learns of his treason. Jax's defection will be my death, one way or another. The exile and the separatists are now my only chance.
So, Wardic worked with Zardom to sabotage my mission.
Apparently, yeah.
He sent my own brother Calyx to kill me. And all to save his own position at the Ice Palace. The man who claims to be my father wanted me dead. And instead, he was forced from the Ice Palace himself. Now we will see which of us death finds first.
But what was this about, like, ending the hybrids rule or whatever? Didn't Wardex say that as well? How can he be at the same time trying to secure his own position at the Ice Palace and end the entire, I don't know, disrupt the entire Alb hierarchical structure by looking for a way to kill or, I don't know, otherwise disable their leader? What? What am I missing here? Let's pick up that armor. I wasn't sure if there was going to be some kind of, I don't know, voice acting accompanying that. But I guess not. Let's take a look. Commander's helmet. I mean, I suppose I don't really need... the sunglasses anymore. I mean, I can wear it. In fact, it has the exact same requirements as the Paladin armor, but it is slightly better. Well, I mean, not just slightly. 9 armor is actually somewhat significant. I mean, it does look kind of cool, but, you know, on the other hand, I chose to be... Maybe we'll do this. I chose to be a berserker, right? Or one of the free people. So I'm not gonna go back to wearing elf armor. Is this the right way?
You must have many questions.
Oh yeah. Plenty.
Come to me. We have much to discuss.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously headed toward you. What? Is this it? The end? Well then.
So, you are here. I have been awaiting your arrival.
Yep, here I am. Dr. Dawson.
If you wanted to see me, you shouldn't have allowed my execution.
You are speaking with emotion, not
no,
logic.
I'm pretty sure that's
the
quite logical.
The hybrid sees all. So did you order my death, or just allow it? Was it my past that condemned me?
The past is irrelevant. Only the future holds any importance.
If my past is irrelevant, why did you put a chip in my head to control my thoughts?
The chip improves efficiency. If the chip hadn't been damaged, you would not be asking this question. You would know that true understanding is only possible through me. Join the Chosen, and you will know the meaning of our work.
The same promise you have made to the Alps since you took control. I came here for answers, not more empty promises.
More emotion. Your personal quest is meaningless. If you think your actions now have consequence, you are mistaken. Your arrival here is proof that you are closer to the next step in evolution than any of your kind. But there are things you are yet to understand.
Achievement unlocked. Pure Rebel. Okay, I'm not sure if that's just for reaching him or for something else. My kind. I'm not the person I was. I'm no longer your slave. You don't understand anything about me? I mean, I don't know. I don't understand a lot about me. Or about anything. Even now. Sure. I mean, let's go with the emotional answer, I guess.
My kind. I'm not the person I was. I am no longer your slave.
You will always be an alb. All you have accomplished must have proved to you that no individual can accomplish things alone. True strength lies in the collective consciousness. What the free people think is irrelevant. But you, Jax, you must understand the truth. The comet that destroyed Magalan's civilization did not arrive
what I
by
figured.
chance. It was sent to begin the changes to our world, to prepare it for those who follow. There is nothing we can do to stop this. We can only be ready for their arrival. That is the truth I have guarded, and I have been preparing our world for this day.
Really? Alien invasion? Okay, so apparently it's not the ELEX itself, even though it may have some kind of consciousness. But it's not the ELEX itself that came here on purpose or of its own volition or whatever. Huh. If you really know the future, I mean, yeah, I doubt he really knows the future. He may know certain things, but not like a prophet who actually has visions of future events. If individuals aren't important, then why do we need you? Ha! Wow, that's actually a pretty good one. Man, I want to ask at least the first and the last of these questions. I'm really not sure if the game will allow me more than one. Man, this last one is too good not to say.
If individuals aren't important, then why do we need you?
My destiny was set the day the comet struck our planet. ELEX transformed me. It was an accident of fate, no plan of those who follow. But it has made me their emissary. You think you fight to save our world, but it is me, and me alone, who can do that.
Okay. That doesn't really answer anything.
If you really know the future, then tell me what will happen.
The world, as you know it, will not exist in a few years. All life that remains will be forced to obey those who come to us now. They will obey, or they will cease to exist. The world must be changed before they arrive. ELEX will see to that. But we must prepare people and gather the ELEX that will make the changes that must come.
Who is coming?
Those who will inherit our world. The further I evolve, the more I can hear their voices. First as whispers, now as minds.
Or maybe you're just going more and more crazy.
Can we stop them?
They can divert comets and send them across vast distances. Their power is well beyond our own. You have accomplished much, Jax, but your work is worse than futile. You think of yourself as a savior, but if we stand against these beings, we will all perish. Now, at least the chosen will survive.
You don't expect me to believe all of this.
I foresaw the day the comet would strike our world. I was there when it hit. All my words, all my warnings, all were ignored. The world refused to listen until it was too late. That day, the ELEX changed me. I was reborn, evolved. I failed to save us then. I will not fail again. The free people cannot be allowed to stand in our way. Their infighting had long stopped them from successfully interfering with our plans. All the ELEX on Magalan shall be required if we are to stand against the coming threat. You once followed my word without question. It is a loss to us all that my influence ended with your brother's botched attempt to kill you. But now, you know the truth, and you can complete our vision together. Now the Judicator Ulbricht is dead. You must use your influence to stop the clerics. If you value the future of all you have seen, you will serve me and save our world.
Okay, so that was a long monologue, and I'm not sure I'm remembering all of it correctly, but there are these super powerful aliens coming, right? Presumably aliens. Powerful enough to be able to send a comet across, I don't know, the universe, maybe not the universe, across the galaxy at least, to hit a specific planet, and it's a comet at that, that is loaded with some mysterious substance called ELEX that is capable of, I don't know, changing life forms in some way. But what exactly is the hybrid trying to do here? What is his role? I mean, obviously, or he admitted that creating him was not the intention of those invaders, right? So the fact that ELEX formed this hybrid being of a human and ELEX is not part of their plan, even though he calls himself their emissary. I mean, apparently they're so powerful that opposing them has no hope of success. But at the same time, he's going to great lengths to prepare everything in a very specific way, even though it shouldn't matter at all. I mean, I guess his plan is to allow at least a handful of humans selected by him. So once again, a reenactment of his former plan to save a handful of people from the comet's impact, and to save them by basically submitting to the aliens' rule in some way, and ensuring that they won't get killed like everyone else. But I mean, how is that desirable at all for anyone? And how does he even have his free will if he is, while he's still also working for the aliens? I don't understand this. Or maybe I got something wrong. I mean, also, what is the ELEX's rule in the first place? Why not just send a regular comet to wipe out most of Magellan's population and then, you know, come and invade and easily wipe out whatever remains of the indigenous population? Wouldn't that work? I need more answers, man. Yeah, why not work with the free people to stop these invaders? I mean, honestly, it's quite possible that they're too strong to really be defeated with conventional means or with any means. They might be near all-powerful, but still, I'd rather try and fight, you know, and go down swinging, than, I don't know, just give up or submit to their rule. At least in a video game context. In real life, things may look different, I don't know. But, yeah, I think we should at least try fighting them.
Why not work with the free people to stop these invaders? Maybe if we fight on the same side, we can defeat these beings together.
The free people are using ELEX in their technology, their world hearts, and their magic. They are blind to its true purpose. ELEX was sent here to change our planet in preparation for those who follow. Nothing can be allowed to stop that change.
Why can it not be allowed?
The free people understand nothing but their own personal vengeances. That is why the Alps live without emotion. That is why the Alps have succeeded.
I wouldn't call that succeeding,
could
but
achieve if
sure.
you worked with them.
They have no interest in peace. They crave only their personal victories. Hate, emotion, and greed drives their conflict, and it will be their end.
Is there no one amongst the free people who could join the Chosen?
Thorald, the Pilgrim. was the closest to defeating me. His powers would be helpful to us. But no, his emotions and self-doubt meant he needed another mage. That was his downfall. He is too emotional as well. The mage's connection to ELEX was so strong that Thorold lost control of her and the ELEX. My future and that of Magalan was saved by their weakness.
Okay, unfortunately we did not have subtitles for that last part. Oh man, you're only interested in your own survival? I don't know. That was the case before, apparently, according to his own memoirs. And it seems to be the case now. I mean, yeah, he basically didn't answer any of my questions. He said that ELEX was sent to this planet for the purpose of changing it in some way, but why that was necessary at all in preparation for the invasion has not been explained in the slightest. Why should we believe we can't fight these invaders like we fought you? Yeah, I mean, basically that.
Even if this is true, why should I believe we can't fight these invaders like we fought you?
My vision is the only one way.
You keep repeating the same thing over and over, dude.
The Chosen will evolve to serve those who follow. All ELEX must serve my purpose. All people must serve me.
I didn't come here to let you rule this world. Your time is over. My emotions don't cloud my mind. They have made me realize things about the world I could not have seen before. I did not come all this way to die at your hands. I came here to take back control of my world. Your plans were wrong then. They are wrong now. You are not the superior being you think you are.
My past is meaningless. It holds no fear. Your attempt to use it only proves that you cling to the irrelevant. Die now, or die at the hands of those that follow. Your death.
Okay, I'll choose the latter, please.
Only my survival matters now.
Well, to you, maybe. Kaya left the group now, okay. Bye, Kaya. Now what? Huh? Oh, is the arrival imminent? What's going on? Oh, okay. Disable the force field, that's nice of them. Oh boy, okay. Oh god! He has rockets. Nice. Oh, he also has robots. He's also standing in the middle, basically preventing himself from shooting me, which I appreciate. Oh, okay, nope. Now he's walking around. Now he's walking around and I can't move at all. I'm stun locked. I swear I'm pressing all kinds of buttons and nothing is happening. Drink the potion, please. Okay, or not. Can you please drink this potion? Thank you. Thanks for missing me. Mr. Hybrid, sir. Oh, God. Well, this is extremely awkward, unfortunately. Good potion. Thankfully, it seems like these robots are not endlessly respawning. At the very least, that's a small grace. Okay. Oh no, they are endlessly respawning. That sucks. I guess I'll have to try and get in there. Try to attack the actual hybrid one of these days. Oh god. I'm gonna die. I'm so dead. Can I... Yep, switching switching targets in combat. Drink a potion. You know what? Screw this. Did I not drink the potion? There. Nope. This is impossible to control. I swear, this is so frustrating. Yeah, okay, cool. Awesome. That's great. That's a lot of fun. Why not at least give me a companion for this? Also, I have to actually start over this entire long conversation. I mean, I can just fast forward through it, but wow. Just wow. My kind, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna try and choose the same things I chose before. I mean, I guess in this case it's not important to go through all those options. Right? Oh, we have to ask all three things. Okay, fair enough. I guess this time I'm just going to go ahead and attack him directly or something? On survival... nope. And the cut... What? Yes, and the cutscene. Actually... Quick save? 4, 5, 6... Drink a potion? Actually, I almost killed him there. Wow. Yeah, but here's where things start falling apart. Okay, he's dead. That was so easy. Ridiculous. Why didn't I try that before? I was so afraid of him for no reason. Ugh. Pathetic. Both the enemy and my performance, but whatever. He's dead. Yay. Okay, now is the time to plant that seedling. Will I be given that choice, or... Hey, am I not going to do it? I thought I was supposed to just literally plant that seedling into his body or something? Hold on. I cannot interact with him at all. Weird. Okay, no running quests. Huh. I mean, maybe Thorold is gonna be waiting outside, but why did he give me that seedling? If I can't actually use it. Guess I'm gonna look around here just a bit. Well, there's not gonna be anything, right? No, of course not. Just in case. Okay. What? I thought I heard something just now, but... Maybe I'm just slowly going crazy. Huh, well, that was that. That was a very anticlimactic fight. Once I figured out the secret of just... I don't know, rushing forward and actually attacking. Huh? So am I gonna run all the way out? Nope. Thankfully not. I mean, so now what? I didn't follow through with Thorold's plan for whatever reason.
A world reshaped by the comet.
Now we just wait for the
A civilization lost in fire.
For the arrival of those invaders. And hope for the best.
The hybrid spoke of his plan to prepare the world for what is to come. To make us understand the changes that ELEX is making to our world. But after all the years of his secrecy, the blood that has been spilled to gather ELEX to feed his powers. Who will listen to his warning? There is power in ELEX. It has changed every living thing on Magellan.
And not for the better.
The creatures that made it, that reforged our world from out amongst the stars, are coming to claim their creation. Will that mean an end to all that is here? Or will it be a gateway to evolution? It is now my task to prepare for that day.
I mean, what is there to prepare?
The future of Magalan.
I guess we can prepare to fight.
The Hybrid's era is gone. Now, all the factions must decide. I have chosen my destiny.
Have you?
Now they must choose theirs.
That's it? Achievement unlocked visionary. I really don't know if I made any kind of choice in that final dialogue. I certainly did not follow through with Thorald's plan, and that's the biggest surprise of them all. Why was that never mentioned again? I thought that was the idea, to reach the hybrid and somehow inject him with the seedling to change the ELEX into mana? What happened to that? Did I miss my opportunity to do that? Because, I don't know. I mean, ultimately I guess I ended up just killing the hybrid, and which would have been my alternative plan anyway. And yeah, well, now I guess all we can do is hope that the hybrid was wrong, if he was really convinced that those invaders are too strong to be opposed with conventional means, conventional force. What a weird ending. I mean, I guess by the end I had kind of pieced most of it together. Like, I mean, ELEX has most likely not come to Magalan by coincidence, but was probably sent or came of its own free will. I mean, apparently it was sent by someone, some powerful race of spacefaring aliens. But why they had to prepare the planet in that way is still completely mysterious. I guess they purposefully left many things unanswered for possible sequels. I mean, I guess I hope there will be a sequel and that it will answer some of those questions. I guess dealing with an alien invasion would be an interesting scenario. Sure, why not? But yeah, I mean, the exact role of the hybrid is still a bit mysterious. I was kind of hoping for a few more answers than we ended up getting. I ended up not really understanding what Wardick, or why Wardick did what he did. I don't know. Somehow, just trying to save his own hide, to save his own position, by killing both of his sons that he apparently loved so much, doesn't really seem to work out for me. I don't know. I don't buy it. But that does seem to be the canon explanation for it, so yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess ultimately the ending leaves me as confused, if not more confused, than most of the game did. So yeah, if I was hoping for everything to come together and make sense in the end, I guess I was disappointed. That being said, the game as a whole was fun to play. Especially when it came to, you know, almost all the quests, I want to say. Well, maybe not almost all of them, but a good number of the quests and the dialogues that were associated with them were kind of awkward, somewhere between awkward and completely nonsensical. I don't know. They were clearly trying to go for something, you know, in a BioWare RPG direction, from the much more linear, straightforward Gothic and Risen games. And well, they tried, but they didn't quite achieve that, if that was their goal. there were a couple of decisions to make here and there, but even when there were, they didn't always really make sense. That's kind of an ongoing theme for this game, unfortunately. Gameplay-wise, it was fun, although combat, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm doing the game, maybe I'm not doing the game justice by having chosen to completely stick with conventional melee weapons. Maybe I should have been more open to the idea of actually, you know, actually using one of the many or several of the many ranged weapons that were offered, and not just, you know, my bow very occasionally. I could have also tried using magic more, but honestly it seemed a little bit underwhelming. But I am willing to believe that playing this game as a ranged combat focused character would make the entire experience quite different. For example, I can see myself having much less trouble wiping out whole armies of enemies at a distance with some sort of rocket launcher, because they sure were effective enough against me. Yeah, that's for sure. So ultimately, I struggled a bit with combat. I mean, that final fight against the hybrid was basically the perfect example. Just dealing with multiple enemies at once could be a super frustrating experience, especially when forced to fight alone. It's really unfortunate that the game didn't allow me to bring one of, you know, my most trusted companion, the companion of my choice, with me to the final confrontation. That was a little bit disappointing. If maybe understandable, I don't know. No, not really. I mean, if I could make it into the Ice Palace and all the way to the hybrid, why couldn't someone accompany me, you know? Especially Kaya, who apparently they wanted, you know, they obviously built up this romance and this special connection between Jax and her, and really didn't go anywhere. I would find it kind of fitting, you know, to take her with me to that final decisive confrontation. Yeah, I don't know. Just one of the many things that feel like they weren't really fully fleshed out, or I don't know, fully realized. I don't know. Well, these credits are pretty long, aren't they? I guess that gives me plenty of time to ramble. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm saying mostly negative things about the game. I did enjoy the experience as a whole. I did experience I always enjoy experiencing, exploring game worlds. Even if in this case many places seemed a little bit empty, rewards were sparse and not usually, too often, not very rewarding, not very exciting. I did enjoy that puzzle with the weathered pictures. Not so much the map pieces, because they were just too random. I did end up finding most of them, surprisingly enough, and I could have found all but one of them if I had been a little bit more thorough. Yeah, at least 2 or 3 of them I just overlooked, even though I was right there. So, in that regard, I guess it was doable blind without outside help. But yeah. Otherwise, not a particularly great puzzle. Not really a puzzle, just a reward for exploring every little nook and cranny, even though, you know, you never really, you could never really expect to find anything useful. What am I even saying? I don't know. I'm rambling, waiting for this to be over. Awesome YouTubers and streamers, huh? Well, I'm really not sure I'm included in that, but thanks for making this game. I'm really, if anything, I'm looking forward to where they're going with this, and I hope they make more ELEX games and that they may be able to just make it better in every way. To make the story make more sense, to make individual storylines and dialogues make more sense. That would be nice. To maybe actually give you more choices that actually matter. Okay, what? Huh? I just keep playing? Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Again, I mean the combat says... What? Excuse me? I did not touch the D-pad at all. I don't know why I just drank that potion. I swear, I did not touch the D-pad. Okay, that was weird. So yeah, combat. I mean... Combat one-on-one was fine. Combat against groups was pretty terrible for a variety of reasons. Mostly the switching targets never worked when you needed it to. That was awkward as all hell. Fighting with a companion did a lot to even things out.
You saw the hybrid?
Oh.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
It was a hard fight, but I was victorious.
Well, you could say that.
Any other Alb would have succumbed to his power. You truly are remarkable. I assume the hybrid is dead.
Yes, he is.
Good. Then we Albs finally have the chance to right the wrongs that have been done to us. You were the strongest of us, Jax. You were the turning point in this war. But many of us still see you as a threat, and will continue to fight you. Which is why I will try to make sure that peace and order reign for our people as quickly as I can. Good work, Commander. The Alb people have you to thank for this new future.
Now I can ask where Warnick is. Okay. I mean, is the game not over? Honestly, I wasn't even expecting Sastek to have any new dialogue. I was expecting that the world would basically be in the state of before I ever entered the Ice Palace, and that the game was only giving me a choice or a chance to go back and, I don't know, do things I hadn't done before. But I guess we actually do get to talk to people and see some of the consequences of our actions, such as they were. Huh.
Where is Wardak? Where is my father?
He left shortly after the last time you were here. I thought he would join you in your fight against the hybrid.
No, he didn't.
Well then, I don't know when he'll return.
He will not come back here. He's on the run from Zakor, and from me.
Why from you?
He betrayed me.
Well, I have no intel on his whereabouts. He has disappeared.
He will return one day. Of that I'm sure.
Well, if you say so. I guess we'll talk to Thorold at least and see if we can figure out what was what that seedling thing was all about. Hey, Ray.
You're a daredevil. You know that? You just walk into the fortress and finish off that creature? You've changed the world. Main thing
Have I,
is,
though?
we're still alive. Tell me what comes next is gonna be easier. I know it's a lie, but just tell me that so I can pretend, okay?
Okay. I don't know why we just completed a quest called Raise Fate. But we did. Even after the game is already over, it keeps puzzling me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it makes more sense to other people. Thorold? Nope. Just a random berserker. Well, Thorold was standing up here last I saw him. There were also more berserkers. I really don't know. I guess these guys just missed the signal to return home. Oh, very strange. Huh. Do we have any new quests? We do? The future of Magalan. The hybrid has opened my mind to the future. The people of Magalan must prepare for the beings who are coming to rule our world. Yeah, okay. Oh. Hold on. Thorold! What are you doing over there, man? I would not have found you there. I was just about to teleport to his old meditation spot. And or to Goliath. Look for him there. Huh.
Is it over? Were you able to inject the mana into the hybrid?
What? It is done exactly as you wanted, but I didn't. Is it assumed that I did? Because I agreed to it before, but couldn't the game at least have showed some kind of tiny little sequence to indicate that? Hybrid is dead. It seems like saying this, the second line is actually just lying to him. Because I'm pretty sure I didn't. I mean, the plan was not to kill him, right? But to inject the mana into him while he was still alive. But how would I do that? It's not like I could have used the seedling as an item. Could I?
The hybrid is dead.
I had hoped we could tame that monster, but his death will set us free nonetheless.
Okay.
We can begin to look to a future free from the Albs, free from converters, free to choose our own destiny. Well, the Albs won't be quick to accept that their time is over. Many of them will continue to bring ELEX north in the hope of reaching the next stage of evolution.
As long as they do that, they will not stop fighting us.
All that counts is that we can now believe in our future. We can make it what we want.
I fear that it will not. The hybrid was gathering ELEX to prepare Magalan for the arrival of another threat to our world. They were responsible for the comet. Now, they are coming to conquer us.
So, that is what motivated him. What else did he tell you of this threat? How much time do we have before they arrive?
He didn't say, but at most, we have only a few years.
Then time will be our enemy. We must begin our preparations. You have shown us that we can overcome challenges if we work together. You will inspire us in the challenges to come. We will need your strength if we are to defend our planet. I hope to be able to stand at your side when the time comes. Look after yourself. We shall meet again, friend.
Okay. He was awfully chill about that whole ELEX to mana conversion thing failing miserably. Now I really wonder if I could have used, if I was expected to use the thing as an item, but that couldn't be. No, obviously it's a key item that I couldn't use. And there really wasn't a dialogue option that seemed even remotely connected to this. That's puzzling. I guess that's one of the things I'll have to look up. Or maybe, well, I guess look up and maybe try to go for in a subsequent playthrough. I really want to see how differently a ranged character plays. Okay, who else are we supposed to talk to for this final quest? A bunch of people. Is that Nasty? No, it's Logan. Okay. He's still marching all the way to... what? All the way to the fort on foot? Okay. Hey, Logan.
I heard you with that infernal machine, the hybrid.
Is that what you heard?
Yeah.
How did you hear that?
They were even saying you killed it.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, but no one believes it. But say, did you kill it?
Believe what you want, but the hybrid won't cause any more trouble.
Huh. Then the Albs are fucked too? Tell the hybrid he should think again.
But he's
Stay
dead.
in Zakor, and all will be well. Challenge me, and you will regret it.
Okay. Sure. You do you. Oh, we do talk to the clerics, even though they had no part in this endgame. Sure, I guess. Well, looks like this is gonna become a pretty long episode after all. But it would feel silly to make a cut here. I'm definitely gonna bring this game to a conclusion. one way or the other.
There has been news from the Ice Palace. They say that the hybrid is no longer a threat.
News travel fast here.
You must welcome that news.
If the news is true, then the hybrid is dead.
It is true. I killed him.
Then praise be to Kalan for sending you to us. The war must be finally over. That is truly good news. The world will know your name. May Kalan protect you.
Thanks for the shards, man.
May your name be honored through the ages.
I do know the secret of Kalan. Oh, could I have told them this before? Probably, because that's obviously unconnected to the hybrid.
I know the secret
mostly.
of Kalan.
What are you talking about?
Kalan is no god. You are worshipping an old world rocket.
What nonsense is this? Have you
might
lost
actually not
your
know.
mind? I suppose we should all worship your plants, should we? Leave.
Oh, they are more real.
Before your heresy lands you in real trouble. If you are planning on
Don't you
spreading this
threaten me.
blasphemy among our people, you will fail. No cleric would put faith in you. Our people recognize the greatness of Kalan. They know the importance of the work done in his name. And you should ask yourself who would benefit most from problems in the Horde. Who will stand between the Albs and Magalan if
Yeah,
the
I mean,
clerics
the elves
were
are
to
not much of a
fall?
problem anymore.
I have nothing to...
Okay. That's about the reaction I would have expected, so... It's not much of a surprise. Huh? Wait. William? Who's William? No, seriously, who's William? Wait, William? One of the commanders or whatever? Why would we talk to him, of all people? I guess the game is just pointing to all the NPCs that are gonna have something new to say now that we defeated the hybrid. Whether they're particularly
Do you really think I can't see you?
important to the story or not. Huh? Enemies out there? No, I don't care. Yep, that's William, alright.
Hey, you. We have to talk.
Why?
What do you want?
There's a rumor going around that you were with the hybrid in the Ice Palace. It's a stubborn rumor. Those sorts of things often turn out to be true.
Is it true? And the hybrid is dead?
Now, there's a chance to earn profit. With that power gone, there won't be much to stop the outlaws.
Okay, if you think so.
Are you sure you have everything under control here?
I'd advise you to remember the Duke's official line. Fuck the hybrid. You
Well,
keep
been there, done
spouting
that.
stuff about its plans, you're going to make the people here nervous. And nervous tends to end up with people shooting each other. So do us all a favor and keep your mouth shut about that stuff.
You want to stick your head in the desert sand? It won't stop what's coming.
What?
The comet hitting Magalan wasn't an accident. We need to be prepared for what comes next.
Do you think it's possible to survive in Tavar without doing that? And what I know is anything coming from the hybrid's mouth can't be trusted.
If that's what you believe.
Yes, it is. And you should believe it too.
What?
What the fuck are you
What?
doing here?
Oh.
Well, just fuck off.
Okay, I thought he was just going to attack me. Out of nowhere. But it was just because I happened to be inside his house. Okay. Yeah, I really don't know why we had this conversation with William and not with the Duke. Why I didn't even... Jax didn't even try to warn the Duke at all. I guess it makes sense if we talk to Ragnar at least. I don't know if he's gonna believe me. But I guess if Thorald does, it doesn't matter what Ragnar believes, right? Still, I guess I might as well talk to him. Hello, what?
I've heard that the Ice Palace has been attacked, and that you were behind that.
Yep,
yes.
True and true.
That is good news for all of Magaland. And what of the hybrid?
The hybrid is dead.
This is a day I never thought I would see. Thorald entrusted me with the day-to-day running of Goliath so that he could focus on the hybrid, and now it is paid. We are free from his threat. So it's true. That's more than we could have hoped for. Now we can live in freedom. Thanks to you.
Well, kind of.
The Berserkers are in your debt. Your name will be spoken as we return Magaland to the world it was. The fact that you are one of us fills me with pride. May your name be honored everywhere.
Thanks, I suppose. Ragnar's task completed. Okay. So, who's left? Oh, all of my friends, of course. Yeah, I'll talk to those last. And you're Alois. Wow. Man, I haven't been in the Domed City in forever. They really don't seem to play much of a role anywhere outside of the Domed City. Huh? What? What? A Reaver? That's random. Oh, okay. He was not unarmed, as it first seemed. What? Excuse me? What is this all about? Why? Just why? Drink a potion, please? Okay. This is random. Okay. Well, I guess we ended up having a little bit of a somewhat satisfying combat before the end. I mean, yeah, as I guess I started saying, but didn't really finish that train of thought. So, combat can be fun. It can also be very frustrating. I do enjoy the mechanic of, you know, those heavy and light attacks building up focus or combo meter and those finishing moves. Like most things in the game, it doesn't seem completely fleshed out. They could have done more with it, especially the jetpack attack is kind of useless and awkward to use, and, you know, as I said, fighting multiple enemies, especially without a companion, is usually a pain. But yeah, again, I really hope that they will. That's one of the many things they will expand upon and improve for a sequel.
It is not only in Zeko that things are changing. Abessa is now a battleground in this war.
That will change now that the hybrid is dead.
Well, I hope that is good news. One less threat would help us all. So, is the struggle against the Albs over?
Not exactly. Many of them don't yet know what is coming.
Well, I hope that we will be able to see peace soon.
It's just a matter of time.
Good. Then let us make sure we survive until that peace comes to us all. I hope you stay safe.
Yeah, about surviving. About the secret... What? The secret society you're looking for in the city? What? Was I able to tell him about this all this time?
About the secret society you're looking for in the city.
Have you discovered something? The bounty is still to be claimed.
There's a gang of thieves operating... There used to be a gang of thieves a long time ago operating out the sewer under the city. The Claws. It's just a group of thieves operating from outside the gates. I mean, the Claws are long gone.
There's a gang of thieves operating out of the sewer under the city. They call themselves the Claws.
Also, I'm a member.
No wonder they've avoided being seen. I'll get a squad together and deal with this group immediately.
Yeah, well,
if
I mean...
your information proves to be true,
don't bother?
you'll receive the bounty that's been offered for it.
Huh?
Just one more term.
Okay. Whatever, man. Whatever. Maybe I should rest for one night to make sure everyone's actually here? I mean, isn't Ray still sitting by the gate? By the gate of the Ice Palace, I mean. Sure, I guess I will. And, is it raining for our final day? I can't tell. If it is, so be it. I guess it would be only fitting. It's not raining. What's going on here? That's unusual.
Analyzing.
Oh.
Status is optimal.
You're a loyal companion. It's good to have you here, you four.
Okay.
The invincible hybrid. Omnipotent, all-knowing. But now things feel different. For all his power, he couldn't stop a single renegade alb. Your progress has been impressive. You are efficient, determined. You have a keen mind. Those qualities are clear in you, Commander. Magalan belongs to the Albs. The free people must bow to us. They all talk of liberty or saving Magalan, but only Albs can offer salvation. For Magalan's people to survive, we alone must have control.
Yeah, you know what? This should be the time where I kick you out of Origin and our little community here for good. I mean, for all I care, he can return to Zekor if he loves it so much.
He should just have kept his mouth shut.
Lloyd, can I talk to you? Oh, I am supposed to talk to you.
The reports from Zekor are pretty confused. Can you tell us what's going on?
The hybrid is dead.
Really? Then the Albs have lost their leader? The Albs are still patrolling. I saw them only a few hours ago.
Yes, and you should cease your resistance to their plans. Only the hybrid and his chosen can survive what is to come. You should look to the defenses of this place. They will be needed in the storm to come.
What storm?
That didn't make a lot of sense.
Now?
The hybrid has evolved beyond any of us. His abilities have foreseen a danger that threatens us all.
And you believe
I'm suddenly talking like
yes. You
I'm still following him?
Lead the people here in Origin. Now, you must follow my decision.
Well, that's not terrifying at all. But I suppose I don't have any choice but to roll with it. And I've got to say, I knew you were the one to make sense of all this. I saw it. I saw it before all the others. Origin was founded to provide you with a base. So, know that we stand with you in the storm to come.
Good. I mean, I think it's good. I don't actually know. Hey, Nasty.
So, you actually did it?
Yep.
Is that Alb freak finally gone?
The hybrid is dead.
Well, I guess you're built out of tougher stuff than the Duke. Shit. Whatever this god does for them, it certainly helps these clerics fight. You'd almost think they were outlaws. There must be more of those fuckers out there somewhere.
What do the clerics suddenly have to do with anything? Whatever.
It's remarkable what one person can achieve. You killed the hybrid. It is true that death should not be celebrated, but it is clear the people of Magalan will be better off for it. But what happens next? You're now part of Magalan's great history. Having strong emotions can be a blessing or a curse, both for those experiencing them and for anyone nearby. People say that good deeds always have good results.
What?
Emotions
Who
give you
says
the
that?
power of rage and aggression. They can block your progress or give you the necessary strength to reach your goals more easily.
Yeah. Thanks, I guess. I'll talk to Kaya last, I suppose. Seems only fitting.
From a lost sheep to a wolf, you defeated the hybrid. You liberated us all. Your courage has brought the world to this place. Magalan owes you. I bow my head in thanks on behalf of all free people. Who would have thought it? From wanderer to warrior. You should be proud of yourself.
I would be more proud of myself if I actually saved the world instead of just... Oh. You know, exchanging one impending doom for another. Not that I really changed anything in the long run, because the invasion was coming either way.
So, you did it. You did do it, right?
Yes. The war against the hybrid has been won.
I don't know why, but from the first moment I saw you, I knew you could do it.
Really?
You did?
Yeah, okay. Well, to be completely honest, when I saw you for the first time, I thought, who the fuck is this asshole? But,
you seem to think that a lot.
It turned out to be okay. You haven't just decided the war. You've looked out for the little people, too. People can say what they want, but I think you're okay.
That's good to know.
Best compliment you're gonna get from me, asshole.
Well, yeah, great. I really value your opinion, Harley. Okay, Kaya.
You're doing well, I see.
Better than the hybrid.
It's good that he's dead, but do you think that that could be our future? A man made into a monster by ELEX. All that power turned to destruction? Well, it's over now.
Okay, there is an actual ending? What? The war ended, but an even bigger struggle would follow, and everybody who took part in it wrote his very own story? Duras, courageous and honorable, Duras took the opportunity that Goliath had given him. He dedicated himself to a life of service, fighting for the weak. Are these the bits of lore that are in the loading screens? Through understanding and justice, Duras escaped punishment. Life gave him the second chance that he himself had granted to others. Ragnar was satisfied that Ascor's murderer had escaped. The case was closed and Duras free to go on with his life. Yeah, these are just texts from the loading screens. Okay. Alois, the vice-regent of the domed city in Abessa, fought wars throughout his lifetime. He often felt as if he would never find peace. It was when he took control of the domed city that he found, if not peace, at least purpose. He understood that power did not lead to popularity, and that he would have to make hard choices. Alois ruled the domed city until his strength gave out, and he died of old age. Well, that line must be new. So it was that Falk retired away from interacting with people, protecting himself from loss as he wrote up the things he had learned into a guide to Magellan's past. An advanced AI in a humanoid shell, Falk was conceived as a combat robot, but his creator focused more on his inquiring skills, or inquiring spirit. Seeing the strengths in his companions, Falk found many friends. This was to become a cause of great sadness as he lived on and his mortal companions died. Jax, the former loyal Alp commander, joined the Berserkers. Here he found new strength, support, and allies. The skills he learned would assist him in his quest to learn the truth something. Warlord Ragnar remained steadfast until the end, defending Edan against its enemies and regrowing Magellan with the World Hearts. Good. In his heart, Conrad had always remained a cleric. Big Bang was not the bomb he had promised, but a combat robot he planned to unleash against the outlaws. Yes? The appearance of the hybrid seemed to be the primary reason why the Electors achieved supremacy in the Ice Palace. According to rumors, the first Elector Tarek followed the directive only by order of the hybrid after the Electors assumed control of the Ice Palace only. What? Because of his blind trust in the hybrid's plan, Tarek lost his power and his life. This ended any dispute about the directive of the elves amongst the leaders of the Ice Palace. This was not the end of the conflict in Zakor, and many elves would die before the last of them accepted the restructuring of the Ice Palace. At first glance, a failed existence who had been spat out of the Ice Palace. However, there was a great deal of intelligence and strength in Arx's deeds. Perhaps, strange as it seems, Arx really did find inspiration and insight in his cannibalistic feast. Whatever the cause, it was this moment that saw him change. Really? That's it? That's a selection of people and places and... Oh no, never mind. Supreme Judicator and leader of the clerics in the Cathedral of the Horde of Ignodon. Ulbricht, yes? Ulbricht was dedicated solely to eliminating the Elb converters from Magellan. The battle for Ignadon was more than just a conflict over the Horde, the stronghold of the clerics. It was a fight for the future of all of Magalan. The clerics of Ignadon celebrated Ulbricht as their liberator long after his death. Thorold. Even though he was the spiritual leader of the Berserkers, Thorold lived a withdrawn life, separate from his people. Having codified the law of the Berserkers and accumulated great knowledge about the nature of ELEX, Thorold wielded power over Edan. Even after the failure of his ELEX experiment, Thorold continued to fight for all the free people of Magalan. William continued to be in charge of the day-to-day business of the outlaws in the fort of Tavar until the end of the war. Taking control of the fort after a long-planned assault, the Duke shared responsibility with his sister Nasty and cousin William. Power and profit were all that drove him. Having taken control of Tavar... Wait. Logan would let no one take it from him. Okay. That was new. I don't know why I doubted it for a moment. Like all machines, a drone is nothing more than a common basic commodity to many. But if you ask its owner, the situation is often very different. After its systems were restored, this Alp drone followed Jax into the lands of the free people, serving at the side of its master wherever he went, except that he hardly ever took it anywhere. It is uncertain how much of the unit's original programming was intact. It seems certain that, free of patches from Zekor, many of its operating parameters were self-written. Self-written, huh? The Separatists committed themselves to the fight against the Ice Palace, fighting shoulder to shoulder with the Free People. Only time would tell if the Separatists could continue this alliance once the war was over. A strong fighter in her own right, Nasty found that in the chauvinistic world of the fort, her skills were overlooked. She was sidelined until an outsider recognized what she was really worth or something. Nasty had masterminded the Duke's assault on the fort. From poverty in the deep desert of Tavar, Nasty had risen to power. Learning she had a fatal illness, Nasty took on dangerous challenges in the hope of finding meaning. Jax recognized her need and offered her a different path. His strict gaze watching over the Horde of Ignadon, Reinhold was committed to preserving the cause of the clerics. Holding firm to the law of Kalan, Reinhold saw faith as a shield that would protect all who lived on Magalan. The war against the elves had been a real strain on Reinhold. It was a measure of the man that he had lived through to the end of the war. That was a measure of the man. The story of the divided brothers ended amongst the snowy summits in northern Ambessa. In the end, both lost. Jax his brother, and Calyx his life. Yeah, well. A loner, mistreated by those who held her in their care, feared by others for her powers, Kaya had every reason to reject people. Instead, behind a tough facade, she cared deeply for something. Kaya's knowledge of ELEX grew over time. She was able to align herself closer to it, gaining power as she did. Her important role in the war against the elves became more and more clear, since she was the only one who understood the true nature of ELEX. Or did she? I mean, obviously she did not understand the true nature. In Jax, she found more than a shared mind. She found love. Jax agreed to follow Zardam's plan for battle in the hope of getting closer to the Ice Palace with Zardam's assistance. However, Zardam's betrayal of Jax would turn them into arch-enemies in the end. Arch-enemies is maybe a little bit exaggerated, but sure. The failure of Thorold's ELEX experiment appeared to have been caused by Zardam. His appearance directly after the explosion seemed more than coincidence. I mean, yeah, that seems pretty obvious. Zardam's plans came to fruition, rising to power in the courts of the Ice Palace, really. Zardam was promoted to First Elexitor, controlling all of Zekor. Excuse me? I should have killed the bastard. Ray had managed to evade the bounty hunters who were after him. He needed help, but once again, it seemed that nothing could stop this outlaw. Knowing that he had shot Jax's radar down, Ray felt responsible for everything that had befallen Jax since the crash. Since his brother was saved, Ray's feeling of responsibility for the rest of the Free People strengthened. He became completely committed to the war against the elves. Prepared to sacrifice his life instead of Jax's, Ray opened the way into the Ice Palace. Ready for a fiery death, somehow this escape artist managed to defy death once more. Committed to Xacor and the future of the elves, Wardik's ambition was rewarded. He rose to the highest ranks of his family, and his family became one of the most powerful in Xacor. What? Loyal, respected, father of Jax and Calyx, two of Xacor's most trusted elf field commanders. Wardik's dedication to the Separatists, defection to the Separatists. After betraying his sons, Wardik fled to the mountains in the hope of escaping retribution. The power he had wanted was gone, his dreams of succession gone. He would disappear into something. My god. Having explored parts of Magalan he'd only ever seen from the cockpit of a raider, Jax had met those that had recently been his mortal enemies. Could they now hold... Jax was to lead Magalan into a future free from the hybrid. What that would mean for Magalan is a story still to be told. Jax's quest to discover his past now stood him in a place where he could change the future for all of Magalan. A few years later, Magalan would enter a new era.
It is for us to decide the future. We must take this chance.
And suddenly we're back here. Holy crap. Was that triggered by talking to Kaya specifically, or just by talking to the last of these companions? I guess that's probably the case. Okay, for some reason I really wasn't expecting to be once again thrown back into the game. Instead of back to the title screen or something, but man. Okay, let's try that again. Also, let's actually take off the stupid looking helmet and put on our awesome sunglasses. There we go. Hey Jonesy, what are you doing here? Don't ruin my final shot. That's okay. Okay, yeah, let's try this again. Well, I do appreciate that that last little sequence with, you know, characters' fates basically, and what happened to everyone. Well, not really everyone, but at least some people after the end of the game. Yeah, it's unfortunately, like so many things in the game, a little bit inconsistent. First of all, it only showed, you know, a couple of people and factions, and it didn't really tell much about most people's future or fate after the game. For the most part, it just recapped what happened, what we already knew, you know, literally repeating texts that appeared in the loading screens. So that was a little bit lame, but technically I appreciate the idea, you know. That's an ongoing theme. I mean, I appreciate what they were trying to go for, but so many things just, I don't know, feel unfinished and feel like they could have done so much more with it. Again, I mean, I've said that half a dozen times at this point. I really hope that they're going to expand upon this and get it right in the sequel, because there are definitely answers or questions left unanswered that I would like to see answered. I'm definitely looking forward to playing the sequel, because there was enough to enjoy in this game. Oh wow, also you can see whatever that is. Well, one of the many questions that will have to be answered later. All that remains for me to say is thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Maybe not this finale, because it was kind of awkward, especially, you know, my contribution to it, but yeah, I still hope you found some enjoyment in this. If you did, please hit the like button, leave me a comment, tell me what you think about this, tell me your interpretation on things, perhaps. Maybe you can shed some light on some aspects that I didn't understand. And, well, I hope to see you real soon in another series. Have a good day, take care, and bye-bye.